In the midst of the rapid flow of information about the lives of BTS members during military service, a shocking news shook the hearts of soldiers around the world. This time, the spotlight is on two names that have long been the center of public attention: Park Jimin and Jungkook. Two BTS members who are known to have a very strong bond, both as friends and group mates, are now said to have experienced a drastic change in the dynamics of their relationship during their time in the military. More surprisingly, a renowned psychologist finally spoke up and revealed an in-depth analysis that not only surprised but also made many fans start to re-examine all of Jikook's interactions so far. Conscription has always been a challenging time for every South Korean man, especially for big celebrities like BTS who previously lived in the media spotlight and the love of millions of fans. But no one expected that the period that was supposed to strengthen the relationship of brotherhood and solidarity actually left Tanya and Jimin and Jungkook's relationship. Those who had been known to be very close showed unusual changes in behavior. Jikook, who is known for being expressive and attentive, now seems more introverted. Meanwhile, Jimin, who used to comfort and protect Jikook, seems to keep his distance and is reluctant to get too close to him. Small leaked recordings from the military environment were the subject of heated discussion at the International Army Forum. The issue of Jikook's fractured relationship first came to light after a training officer leaked information that Jimin and Jikook had barely spoken in person for several days. In reports circulating in the online community, it is mentioned that there is an invisible tension between them. Some even mentioned a small incident that led the two to enter into a tacit conflict. This is certainly very contrary to their image over the years, when Jimin was always a figure who nurtured Jikook, and Jungkook never hesitated to show his emotional dependence on Jimin. In the midst of the furor, the name of a clinical psychologist, Dr. Han Jiwa, came to the fore after he released his analysis, which was based on Jimin and Jungkook's nonverbal behavior and body language and a few scattered pieces of recent videos and photos. In an interview with entertainment media, Dr. Han stated that Jikook's relationship dynamics underwent a very interesting shift psychologically. According to him, their relationship shows a pattern of delayed emotional tension, a condition in which individuals who have strong emotional ties experience psychological pressure due to changes in context, such as being in a new environment full of rules, such as the military. Dr. Han explained that this change is not unusual or alarming. In fact, he considered that the uncomfortable feeling that arose could be a sign that both were experiencing personal growth. When two very close individuals are suddenly faced with physical and social limitations different from their previous lives, an adaptation mechanism arises that is sometimes interpreted as chilling or keeping your distance. However, it could be a process towards a more mature relationship, he said. However, these statements did not necessarily calm the fans. Army, who had been following Jikook's emotional journey since the beginning of their debut, felt that there was something to hide. One of the soldiers from Brazil wrote on Twitter, "I can feel there is an unhealed emotional wound between them." Did they quarrel before entering the army? Meanwhile, the Army of Japan mentioned that Jimin's change in facial expression when standing near Jungkook lately looked like a person who was holding back emotions. When traced further, it is speculated that before serving in the army, there was an important conversation between Jimin and Jungkook that may have been the beginning of this change. In an interview before their enlistment, Jungkook said, "We all have our ways, but our feelings haven't changed." That sentence is now being reinterpreted by many as a sign that there is something they are working hard to defend. Not only that, fans who are known to be very observant also noticed that in an internal video that was released by the agency before the two departed, Jimin seemed to avoid direct eye contact with Jungkook. Jungkook also seemed to try to grab Jimin's attention several times but ended up with a hanging smile. Many believe that Jimin is trying to maintain emotional distance for reasons that are not yet known to the public. One theory is that Jimin may have been under great personal pressure to withdraw. Jungkook, who is very sensitive to the emotional changes of those closest to him, may not be able to accept that easily. Some fans even highlighted their last solo songs as hidden clues about their inner state. Jimin's song, Like Crazy, and Jungkook's song, Standing Next to You. became a kind of silent reflection of their relationship that now feels complicated. A former staff manager who worked with BTS during their world tour revealed to the media that Jimin and Jungkook have a very emotional and deep relationship. They are not like ordinary brothers. There is a very complex bond. Sometimes they are too close, sometimes they are silent for a long time. But there is always a strong sense of mutual belonging. This statement actually reinforces the notion that the dynamics between the two cannot be seen only from the surface. Meanwhile, the Jikook fan community, which is known to be very active and sensitive to any changes, has now split into two. Some choose to believe that this is just a temporary phase that will strengthen their bond, while others feel it is the beginning of a painful emotional breakup. They put together short clips, dissecting body movements, tone of voice, even pauses in their laughter, to find out if Jikook's relationship is still what it used to be. In a recent report leaked by a soldier who served on the same base, it was mentioned that although the two did not talk often, they still helped each other secretly. I've seen Jungkook hand something to Jimin silently, without words, and Jimin received it with a small nod. It's like they have their own language that only the two of them understand, he wrote in an online forum. This story brings a little hope to fans that what is seen as distance may actually be a deeper form of communication. Dr. Han also added in his follow-up analysis that relationships like Jikook, formed in years of pressure, love, and togetherness, are very likely to undergo recalibration during the military phase. It's not the end, it's just a transformation. If they can get through this phase, their relationship will be much stronger. But if not, yes, there will be wounds that are not easy to heal. That statement certainly opens up bitter possibilities. That Jimin and Jungkook's relationship will never be the same again after they return from the military. However, as the saying goes, time will prove everything. BTS has faced many storms in their journey, and the relationship between its members has always been their greatest strength. Now, the army can only wait, piece together the small pieces of their military lives, and hope that whatever happens, the bond between Jimin and Jungkook will remain intact. Because they are more than just members of a musical group, they are friends, brothers, and part of the emotional journey of millions of people around the world. Whatever the truth behind this change, one thing is certain: Jikook's story will never be an ordinary story. It's a story of love, growth, loss, and hope that never dies. And as one army man wrote on a famous fanbase blog, they may be silent now, but love doesn't always speak. Sometimes love just stays there, waiting for the right time to heal everything. While the public continued to second-guess and dig deeper into Jimin and Jungkook's changing attitudes in the military, the media began to highlight how this shift in relationship reflected the challenges experienced by many individuals in close relationships when forced into the rigid and disciplined structure of life. The military, with all its limitations and discipline, is not an ideal place to maintain complex emotional relationships, much less those formed in a world of entertainment full of expression and intensity. In this case, Jikook becomes a kind of big picture of how friendship can be tested by time, distance, and environmental pressures.